Welcome everybody to my latest video. So for this video, I thought I'd show you guys something. Maybe take a trip down memory lane, a little blast to the past. Now, here's the deal. I pretty much grew up in the 80s. The 80s was a great decade, especially if you were a kid. Now, what I plan to do is I plan to make a collage of some of the things that, related to my childhood. With this collage, I'll probably put it in either the main game room or the secondary game room. Now, what better way than to revisit the 80s than to look at a catalog from the 80s? Here I have the Montgomery Ward Christmas Gifts 1985 catalog. You can see right there it was $4 back then. Now this thing was like the Bible for children, at least when it came to telling your parents what you wanted for Christmas. Like I said, my childhood was the 80s. Great decade, especially for toys. Now, the thing about these old catalogs is you can also take a look at the fashion and some of the other things that were happening back then. And you can just see how far we've come along in terms of technology or fashion or whatever. But for me, I'm going to make a collage and, or maybe not even a collage. Maybe I'll just frame some pictures. Care Bears. My cousin had a couple Care Bears. But I got this not too long ago. Got this off of, was it eBay? Yeah, it probably was. Spent a couple bucks on it. But the cool thing is, there we go. Mask. So for any of you others who were kids in the 80s, do you remember this toy line? Such a great toy line. Let's see, I had what was the name? Condor. It's pretty cool. You can look at the names in case you don't remember. I had Switchblade. Who else? This guy. What was his name? Gator. Had a couple of these other ones, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. But, what I plan to do is, I'll take this page. I'm probably going to frame it and then just put it on the wall someplace. It's pretty cool when you look at this thing. The mask bed set. I think one of my friends had those. Can't quite remember. You take a look at this catalog and you have memories of back when you were a kid. There we go. Masters of the Universe. That was one of the top 3 toy lines of mine when I was a kid. It was Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Masters of the Universe. Look at that. Does that bring back memories or what? Let's see what else we got here, toy-wise. Some of this stuff I don't even remember at all. Like this little, what is that? Castle Grayskull Playhouse. Never even knew they had that. For some of you toy collectors out there, this would be a great way to find out some of the things you're missing of your collection. G.I. Joe. I remember I wanted that aircraft carrier so bad. Can't even remember how much it was back then. I think, wasn't it like $200? Obviously, if you haven't figured it out by now, this video is not arcade related. Rainbow Brite. A lot of the girls were interested in this toy line back then. I think I may have seen one episode of Rainbow Brite. I think I watched it with my cousin. There we go. Transformers. That was the toy line for me back then. See, I had Blaster, I had Omega Supreme, I had Grimlock. Let's see. What was the name of the Triceratops? It's kind of sad because I also started to collect these later in life. Let's see, I think I mentioned it before. I used to collect vintage 80s toys. And then I focused primarily to Transformers. And man, I had like a whole room of this stuff just collected, sold. I'd buy something for $200, turn around, sell it for $250, turn around and buy something else for $300. I would keep some stuff, sell some stuff. Sent Slag, I think that was his name. Let's see, where's the Dinobots? Why does it not say Dinobots? Let's see. Yeah, Slag. There we go. I had him. Swoop. That was the expensive one if you were a collector. I had some Insecticons. I had the Constructicons, Soundwave. And this brings back some really good memories. See, like this, I'll probably put in a double frame or something. Hang it up in my game room. Transformers train set. I do remember that. Look at all these robots here now. You know, keep in mind this is 1985, so this was probably considered top of the line in terms of toys. Was it save $20 through December 12th on Omnibot B? Which one is B? Okay, that one was $260. Back then, that was an entire fortune. Gobots. Remember those? Never really was much of a Gobot fan. Just a cheap imitation of Transformers, in my opinion. But I do admit I did have some. My Little Pony. Once again, my cousin loved those. In case you haven't found out by now, my cousin was a girl. I had another cousin, her brother, boy, liked all the same things I liked. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Cabbage Patch Kids. Let's see, Barbie. What else? What other good stuff we got in here? Ewoks. Chances are you see some of this stuff and you're going to remember when you were a kid you had some of this stuff. That. I did have that. Or at least something that looked very much like it. I think I might have had this one. I do remember having a toy typewriter. Thing though is back then, toys, they were sturdy. I mean, you remember the Transformers? The first lines? The first series, you can throw those things on the ground against the wall and they still worked. Nowadays, you get a toy, you drop it and the damn thing breaks. I probably would have loved that as a kid. Look at that. F. Tin Can Alley. Yeah, you won't find that in stores nowadays. Stupid kids be pointing them at cops, getting killed. Look at that. What else we got here? How am I doing on time? Pretty good. Robo Force. I do remember these. I never had any of these. I wanted them. Never got them. Star Wars stuff. Can't go wrong with Star Wars stuff. Superpowers. I think I had the Batman Superpowers and the Secret Wars. I'm pretty sure I had the Spider-Man. Wheeled Warriors. This was another favorite of mine. Wasn't top 3, but definitely I love collecting these things. Some other stuff here. Voltron. Watch that cartoon religiously. I had the yellow lion. Or orange. Was it yellow or orange? I think it was yellow. I had that one. This sucker right here, F. My grandparents got that for me. Let's see, how much did it cost? $44.99. Remote control Voltron. Thing was like 2 feet tall. I got it, I think, for Christmas. And I remember I took it off the base because I just wanted the robot part. Yeah, definitely a trip down memory lane. Got a torn page there. What else we got here? Find some good stuff here. I don't think I never had any of these, but I think I had a friend who did. Some of these toys actually look like they would stand the test of time. Remote control stuff. Trains. I remember trains were real popular back in the day. Ah, yes. This is the Gobot Gun. Kind of looks like something that would be made in a cheap factory in China. Look at that. Back when toy guns looked almost like real guns. You won't find that anymore. Let's see what else we got here. Fake trees. Walkie-talkies. You know, these catalogs, I mean, they can get pretty expensive. They seem to range in the $20 to $30 range. I think I got lucky and I paid like $10 for this thing. Clothes. Don't you remember when you were a kid and people would get you clothes for Christmas? Wasn't that the worst gift ever? Think about it. You're between what? 5 and 10 years old, 9, I don't know. You get clothes. What kid wants clothes for Christmas? It's like you couldn't give a rat's ass about it. You wanted toys. And they got you clothes. Oh, look what Santa brought you. Yeah, Santa, cheap bastard. Where's my toy? And it always seems parents were surprised or something. Oh, you be nice that your aunt bought you this. Again, what kid wants toys? Or what kid wants clothes for Christmas? Oh yeah, look at the fashion from the 80s. So for some of you adult men out there, can you imagine if your wife wore some of these things? Yeah, wife, girlfriend, whatever. Or for some of you ladies who like ladies, what if your lady wore something like this? Some of it's not bad. Wow. Just wow. What else we got here? Let's get past all the clothes, jewelry, non-important stuff. Wow, yeah. Can you imagine, guys, if your wife or girlfriend bought you a sweater like that or shorts like that? Alright, where's the electronics? That's the good stuff. Why I'm making this video? Well, I have nothing better to put up right now. Ah, exercise equipment. We've come a long way from stuff like this. Back when you can buy guns in stores. Some nice stuff there. Let's get to the good, fun stuff. Don't worry, this video is almost over. There you go, back in the day before iPods. AM, FM cassette players. Remember, if you had one of those, you were it. You were the man. I know there's computers in here. Look at that, $2,000 for a TV. Alright, where are the computers? That was the funny stuff. Still doing good on time. we'll just turn this off until I can find the computers. Okay, so we're back. Now, before I get to the computers, you guys remember these things? The Speak and Spell, Speak and Read, and Speak and Math? These things were pretty awesome back then. I think nowadays people get them and they hack them to do something. I'm not sure what. As a joke gift, I think I got my daughter, my oldest daughter, a Speak and Math. She wasn't too good at math. It was just a joke Christmas gift. She thought it was pretty funny. Yep, here we go. Those are the cartridges you put on the side. I remember those. Anyways, I found something else which might bring back some memories. Right there. You remember those things? See, these cost about $35 and $40 back in the day. Nowadays, one in mint condition will set you back, what, about $100 and some dollars? This is something else I wanted very, very much. Never got it. Now, for the main event, computers. Finally found the page. Finally found the index so that I can find the page. But think about what you have now. And think about, there you go, the Commodore. Man, look at this stuff. This is ancient. Still fun to look at. But anyways, so there you are. Just take a trip down memory lane back to the 80s. Great year. So yeah, whenever I decide what I'm going to pull out of here and frame, I'll show you guys the end result. But most of it's probably going to be toys, just because that's what I remember from the 80s. Lots of good stuff. My wife wants to do one of the fashion from the 80s, make another collage. So we might do that also, but we're definitely doing the toys. Ooh, look at that. Phone. A corded phone. What madness is that? So, there you are. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.